Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Jeremy and I'm a producer at LiveX, and I have more tips on how to use Virtual Video Control Room like a pro. VVCR Basic is the hub for streaming production, and streaming to social media is part of that. And when I say social media, really it's any platform that can take an RTMP stream. So let's show you how to do it. I'm in my VVCR Basic account here, and you can see I don't have any streams yet. So I'm going to go to vMix, where I'm currently running a video here that I want to send up. And let's pretend this is the program feed for our show. This is actually a camera ISO, but let's just pretend for this demonstration, this is a program feed. So I want to send this program feed up to VVCR. And from VVCR, go to YouTube. And you might be saying, well, vMix already has RTMP streaming built in. And that's absolutely true. But if I want to also create multi-views, send it to some other destinations, it's best to do that in the cloud rather than doing that at the source, because you don't need to use as much bandwidth streaming up to the cloud. Also, that way you just have one output in vMix. It's less taxing on your system. So there are a lot of benefits to going into this more distributed approach. So what I'm going to do is start by creating a stream in VVCR and give myself an SRT input. So I'll type in program here, and from an X cluster, pick whatever is closest to you. And I'll go to 500 milliseconds of latency. It doesn't really matter because SRT is going to be lower latency than RTMP by a significant margin no matter what. So let's click on save there. I'm going to click here and click on my input and copy this input here. I'm going to go over to vMix, and this could just as easily be a different encoder. It doesn't have to be vMix. It could be a hardware encoder or even OBS. Whatever supports SRT will work here. Let's go into my outputs here, and I'll enable SRT. I'll make it a caller, and I'm going to paste this in, and let's do port 3001. Eliminate from here. This is the proper syntax for an SRT stream here. I want my latency to match up. This is a good H.264 quality here. Let's actually just bump it to 8 megs, make it nice and high quality. Whatever is here, that will be what is reflected in your YouTube quality as well. I'll click on OK. I'll click on OK. And I see the red SRT symbol up here in vMix, so that means that SRT is streaming out of vMix. And if I go here to program, click here, let's check and make sure that it is in fact receiving. I'll go to primary outputs and click the preview button here, and we'll see, there it is. Now, I don't want to turn this up too much because you'll hear it bleed into my mic, but I'll see audio levels going there. And so like I said, I could create a multi-view from here, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to go to YouTube. So I started up you can see my screen recording software there. I started up a YouTube stream here, and let's just go with this here. I created a stream key. I'm gonna copy this, and it'll be one of the things I'll need. So let's go. There's two ways I could create this destination. I could go right from the stream and add a destination. That's pretty easy. I'll go the slightly harder way. I'll go to destinations, and I'll click on add new destination. Destination name, I'll select YouTube Live. And input name, I want to select the name of the stream. I only have one, so it's program, but if you had a list, you'd want to select the correct one. Cluster will be the same. And SRT caller is not what I want here. I want RTMP push. So I already copied my stream key. I put that in there. Let's go to stream URL. This is going to be the same for every YouTube video. Of course, it's not just YouTube. If you have other authorization that you need, so let's say, for example, you're streaming up to Wowza or something, you might have a username and password here. You could do that. You can also choose if you're going to start streaming immediately. That's especially useful for Twitch, for example, which doesn't have a backend like YouTube does. So with VVCR, you can actually create a backend. I think we'll have a video about that coming up here. So I am actually not going to click on start streaming immediately just to show that feature off. So here we are. Got my YouTube live destination. So all I need to do here is click on the play button to start the destination. Now, if you've done this enough, you know that YouTube always takes a second to get spinning up here, but I'm going to give it a second and come back once it starts recognizing it. And we're back. Did you enjoy your break? It wasn't actually that long for me even. It took only about 10-15 seconds, which is pretty normal for YouTube. So like I said, there we go. It says excellent connection because it is. We're sending it great quality out of SRT, and that's getting passed through right here. And from here, I could click go live, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to send this to the LiveX page. This is a real stream, everyone. That's it. Now, just to be clear, with this is just one of the destinations, but you could do multiple destinations. You could go YouTube Live, you could do a Facebook Live, you could do a Twitch, you could do anything that takes RTMP or SRT because there's not a limit to the number of destinations here, but theoretically you can go wherever you need to, all through VVCR. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us in the comments down below, and please leave a like if you learned something. Check out our other videos to learn more about VVCR. Thanks for watching, and happy broadcasting.